Welcome to the second part of the course where we're going to look at the word respectively and how we can use this word in describing charts, bar charts and other types of charts as well. And in general, what I'm going to teach you during this course can be applied to other charts as well. Just because I'm using it in the context of bar chart doesn't mean that it's restricted to this type of chart, but you can also use them in other types of charts. So don't just limit yourself to using only on this type of chart, but just learn it and you can use it in other types of charts, but make sure that you're going to use it correctly. So we're going to learn the word respectively in the context of task 1. I think you must have used this word before, must have heard this word before. You might respect someone, you might respect something. Basically, respect means giving due attention to someone or to something. So for example, you like your parents, you love your parents and you respect them, or you respect your country, or you respect the other people's nation's culture. But in context of the task 1, it has totally different meaning. It has nothing to do with respecting people or respecting someone or giving due attention. No, it doesn't mean anything close to that. So it's going to be really, a different meaning. So make sure that you follow and understand how it's going to be used and what it's going to mean in the context of task 1. I'm going to explain the word respectively in the example, and we have the pie chart here, the bar chart here that we have been using so far. And we'll concentrate on the first category, which is TV advertising. And let's just make up 2 simple sentences before we use the word respectively. And for example, on the TV part, we can see that Puma spent $250,000 on TV advertising. This is something that you can write. This is very simple, basic sentence that you can write. And we can also write about Adidas here on the same category. Adidas spent $200,000 on TV advertising. So these are 2 simple sentences, and by writing simple sentence, you're not going to get a high mark in task 1. And what you have to do here is try to make your sentence more complex. And the word respectively is going to help you to join those 2 sentences, to combine those 2 sentences to make one big complex sentence. And let's use the word respectively, and you're going to see how we can actually combine those 2 sentences with the word respectively. Now, if you join these 2 sentences with the word respectively, our sentence would become Puma and Adidas spent $250,000 and $200,000 on TV advertising respectively. So this is how you use the word respectively at the end of the sentence, and the meaning of this word is going to be discussed a little bit later. And as you can see here, the word respectively, the position is usually at the end, it's placed at the end, and it's joining these 2 simple sentences, and it's making it more complex. And in order to understand the word respectively better, let's just take the sentence that we have formed and take a closer look and look at the function of the word respectively. So we have the sentence Puma and Adidas spent $250,000 and $200,000 on TV advertising respectively. So this is the sentence that we have, and the role of the word respectively is to indicate the order of the subjects and the order of the numbers here. So we have Puma and Adidas, so we are mentioning Puma first and Adidas second. And we are mentioning $250,000 first and $200,000 second. Now, the word respectively, the function of the word respectively is to indicate that $250,000 refers to Puma, and the number $200,000 refers to Adidas. Now, you might say that this is obvious. Why do you really need the word respectively? This is something very obvious from the sentence, but sometimes you might get a little bit, if you don't use the word respectively, it might get a little bit messy here, because the reader might think like, some of the readers might think like Puma spent $200,000 and Adidas spent $250,000, or Puma spent $250,000 or 200. So they might be confused which one stands which amount of money. And you have to make sure that the reader interprets this sentence correctly, and the way you do that is through the use of respectively. So 250,000 refers to Puma and 200,000 refers to Adidas. And in order to make this sentence correct in terms of meaning, you have to use the word respectively. And as you can see, you can use the word respectively at the end of the sentence. Now the next example is going to be really interesting example. It has nothing to do with task 1. I'm just going to use this example just to make sure that you're going to remember this word. And I'm going to compare the two football players' statistics, the two greatest football players maybe of all time. So we have Messi and Ronaldo. And the number of goals they scored. The last time I checked the statistic was 2 or 3 months back. Messi scored 660 goals and Ronaldo scored 682 goals. Now, if you want to write one sentence comparing those two football players, we can write Messi and Ronaldo scored 660 and 682 goals respectively. So here 660 refers to Messi and 682 refers to Ronaldo, and the word respectively is used to clear things for the reader, to make sure that they don't misunderstand the sentence and the numbers and the order of the subjects and the order of the numbers. So as you can see here, we are using the word respectively to refer the numbers to the subjects, and this example was given to make sure that you're going to remember this. I hope you have better association with football players than with TV advertising, for example. Therefore, I decided to give this example, and we'll use, I think, another more example with these two players. And for the football fans, this I think this sentence is going to be more memorable than other examples.